Let's make this last quarter of 2024 amazing so that we're helping ourselves, and January you will thank you, right? Do it with me. Even though I love my kitchen, and for the most part, I even enjoy the way I have organized it, I've tried to have, say, the coffee stuff near the Keurig and baking stuff where I would pull it down and bake on the countertop, move the microwave, done a few things, but there's still some things I feel like could be better when it comes to organization. We love to cook, and I was even at Goodwill recently, and I saw some small appliances that I thought would really help us in our cooking, and I thought, I really just don't have any place to put that stuff. So I would love to know, side note, what you have for small appliances besides like toaster, coffee pot, or Keurig, you know, those basic things. But what do you have? Do you have an air fryer? Do you have a pressure cooker? You know, what kind of things do you have? What are you trying to store? I would like to pull everything out. Not everything. The places that are working, I'm going to keep them the way they are, but the things that aren't working, I'd like to pull out and reorganize before the holidays. And this, doing it now, doing it in October, gives me a chance to use it, see how it feels in case I need to tweak it again before the holidays. Because I have a large family, having 7 kids and having grandchildren, having daughter-in-laws, I need things to run smoothly whenever they're visiting, so I have as much time to just spend with them as possible. And so that is part of what's motivating me. But this is a great time of year to get reorganized. So let's head down to the kitchen and see what we have going on, see what we might be able to improve on. I have a couple of thank yous I wanted to mention. As I've been getting super thanks lately, and I am so thankful for each of you who have given me a super thanks. If you're new and you don't know what a super thanks is, down at the bottom of any video on YouTube in the right-hand side, I think you'll see a heart with a little $sign in it, and that is where if you click on it, you can donate money to your favorite YouTuber. And I've been so excited to see those because every one of those, that's a little Christmas present I could get, or it helps me with my groceries. And I just so appreciate every one of you who have sent me a super chat. And I apologize if either I haven't mentioned you or if maybe you missed the part or the video where I did mention it. But I want you to know, just a blanket thank you to all of you. I've noticed every single one. And someone I'd like to thank is, and this was from near the end of September, I think it was September 24th, Kara Morton, 9823. Thank you for that super chat. It's so very helpful to me. And I know there was someone else. Yes, Maureen Appleyard, the 4373, thank you so much for the super chat. And then ETONNESEN, thank you so much for the super chat. So those were the ones from the end of September, like 20th to the end of September, that I had not gotten to mention. I'm going to be honest, when I do a video, I just get rolling and I completely forget my head, and I forget to mention 99% of the things that I want to mention. Some of it will end up being ideas, like we were talking about slow living and what to call it. One of you said slow flow was something that you like to say when you're having that just a slow, relaxed homemaking. And then there was another one, if I can find it, I think it was before I took all these outdoor pictures. Oh, I know. The other one was savor. Savor, like savoring your homemaking. I love that. It's right up there with kind of romanticizing it, is to savor it and just to kind of like lean into the blessing that it is and what you're actually creating when you do it. I do have some little messes around, but we're just going to ignore that for now. These are some donuts that Ava bought. Oh, I want some coffee. I forgot. And then my husband took this off the grill and I don't know why. So I need to ask him before I move it anywhere significant. But right now, I feel like I need some coffee. It's a dark, dreary day. It's raining. I'm actually enjoying it. There's just a coziness to it that I really love. And it is making me want to drink coffee literally all day. But I also always find it's a good time to organize because I don't have to worry about my plants need to be watered. You know, there's a lot of guilt-freeness to when it rains outside. It's like, okay, we're working inside today, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. My youngest is at school. Yvonne is resting because she still has a migraine, poor thing. Rachel is upstairs doing art, and I'm organizing. Did I say my husband goes in today? Yeah, it's a Monday. So on Mondays he goes into work, and then he meets somebody and they do Bible study together after work. So I know he won't be home for a while, and Ava is working after school, so she's not going to be home for a while. It's actually going to be me, Rachel, and Yvonne for supper, and I'm doing a steak and cabbage, which I've put on the channel definitely before. I don't know, maybe I could find it and link it up at the end of this video. I'll see if I can find it. And I like to measure it so that I don't go too far. It's 0 sugar. So, meaning that's what it's called, which means trace amounts, honestly. Somewhere in the world, Carolyn is yelling at this, whatever screen she's watching this on, going, "What about those cookbooks?" So never fear, Carolyn. Hopefully, I should have brought a stool. We'll get rid of, not get rid of. I would love to get rid of them. I'm not a cookbook girl. I like a couple of them. Like there's some recipes we use, but I could easily take a picture of the recipe and get rid of the book. But there are some recipes we use that you can't just get anywhere. Oh, I got my skeleton up here. That can stay. My charcuterie board. Also, my rice cooker is usually not here, but I have some rice cooling. Also, I will say, I'm going to kind of go around the room. So I'm jumping order to come and get these cookbooks, but it just makes sense since I just put cookbooks on the island, and I'm going to use the island as like the overflow. I do need to get a certain amount of things out because I need to think through my spaces. I really want to go through the house because since our switcheroo where we switched around bedrooms, I have a lot of drawers that don't have anything in them. I actually really love having the K-cups here because my mugs are right here. And this is where we make our coffee. I have the mugs here because this is so deep. And remember when I was, if you were here when I was decluttering the coffee mugs, what somebody said, it's like a clown car. They just keep coming and coming. And it's so true. And then here's where we keep tea and overflow coffee, disposable K-cup, you know, anything that is relating to tea or coffee, the mugs is all right here, and then the K-cups are underneath. All right, this cabinet here, right beside the refrigerator where we just were, I'm happy with. I like having the produce keepers here because the refrigerator is here, and I like having the major dishes like plates, bowls, cups underneath the dishwasher, or above the dishwasher that needs to be wiped, because look at that. Somebody must have wiped it with a regular cloth. Anyway, it's just very easy when I'm putting away dishes. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I have a huge kitchen. I mean, it's no big deal to walk across my kitchen, you know, it's like 4 feet, 5 feet to put something away. But I am enjoying this, so if it's not broken, I am not fixing it. Now under the sink. This I'm happy with too. You know, could it stand just a little zhuzhin once in a while? Yes, like this sponge. This is the weirdest spot for spare sponges, but they stay dry here and my family knows where they are. So for now, I'm not going to mess with this, although that could be on the chopping block at some point. But here I am happy. So I have large trash bags and then small trash bags. There's usually more than that there. And then this is like a colander that you can use on the sink. So that stays right there. And then this is all the stuff I use for the dishwasher or the dishes. I have gloves here, and then white vinegar, which I use in place of dishwasher rinse, and then my dishwasher pods are here. I have a little bit of Dawn here, and then my power paste to clean the sink. The only thing I need to remove is I had this here when I was using it, and it's not that season anymore, so I can be putting this with my, you know, out kind of garage type stuff that's in the basement. Up here, so this now, we just did under the sink. Now above the Keurig, I like to bake oftentimes on this counter, and so here are my measuring cups and all the little like jimmies and that sort of thing, birthday candles, and my like tablespoons, teaspoons, that sort of thing is here. I will say I have this for avocados, so that can stay there, and then up here, this is for onions, and it should come down. Because I don't use the sprinkles a whole lot, so I don't feel like it's a problem to have this blocked off. Now, this could stand a little improvement maybe. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. We don't use the cake pans a whole lot, but we use everything else, so it makes sense to have the cake pans with this. This is the little metal thing you put over your pie plate. This is for making like pumpkin bread, banana bread. Then I have my cake pans, and this is a 9x9, and these are silicone holders for like cupcakes. Then this is a gravy boat. These are the little shakers for the Optivia shake. So this could stand a little bit of reorganization, but this stuff could come down. So I'm going to bring it down and show you what it is. So this I feel like could be moved. Okay, this I make shakes with, so it should be with the shaker. This is for shakes. And then along with the gravy boat, this is a gravy like separator for when you want, you know, it brings the gravy up from the bottom. And then this we do use sometimes. This is a second gravy boat. So when I have company, you know, maybe I would use two. Obviously they don't match, but not a big deal. And then this we never remember to use, so I need to ask my husband should we keep it, but he's gonna say yes. You put this over a pan, like if you were doing bacon or something where the oil would spit. I actually wish, I don't have a drawer under my oven, so I'm gonna put this aside just to maybe think, is there a better place? Should we be like hanging it on the wall? It's just so we remember to use it, because I feel like if we would remember it, we would probably use it. And then here, we like waffles, but we would rarely ever use the waffle iron. So this could go somewhere else if something of more importance were to go up there. And then this is, it has like recipes and such in it for the waffle iron. I can feel something up here. What is this? Oh. This is from another waffle iron we had of just like, and it is also some recipes, but I don't feel like we need to keep this. It's for a mini waffle iron, and I don't have it anymore, although I kind of wish I did. If you want to know what things I ever regret getting rid of, I regret that. Okay. So this may not be perfect to anyone but me, but it is as good as it's going to get for now. I would love it to be looser, but who knows what could happen in the future. So for now, we're just going to put the silicone on top, and I'm happy with everything else. Now in here, I have gone back and forth. So this is directly under where we just were. In here is the toaster. So this is the regular toaster, and then this is like, you know, a mixer. This is the gluten-free toaster we have. And then, you know, you can see that. So I have my small appliances here. This is where the rice cooker goes, and the rice cooker is has rice cooling right here. And then, ooh, actually, this could come out. That's an old toaster that I meant to get rid of. So, hey, we've decluttered. We can call this a kitchen declutter now. So that's coming out. We'll just set it here. I don't think it's donatable. It's just seen better days. So that does free up some space because, whew, wow, look at that mess. All this has under here is this, which doesn't get used often because it's back there. These lids to my avocado oil, and then obviously this needs to get cleaned out. So we're just going to put that right in the sink for now. Then I think what I'll do is move this like so, right? I think that makes so much more sense. That goes to the food processor, so I could take that out. So there's some potential space here. Obviously, we're going to put the rice cooker back, but in this spot right here is some potential space. In fact, I could even move the toaster there. Since I'm the one who uses it, I know I would be disciplined to, you know, take it out and put it back. And this, then our blender is right here. Here is our growing pile of who's its and what's its galore. So we were up here, and this is under the Keurig. Here is where I keep all the cloths. So this is staying the way it is. You know, I've thought about getting rid of some of these, but for now, this is okay. And then under here, this is where we keep, you know, Rubbermaids and such. And then this is where my husband does like iced tea in this. And then this is like the water bottle station here. So this is about as good as it's going to be, and I really don't have any extra room. So we were just in the corner cabinet a minute ago. These are utensils. Oh, this shouldn't be in here. But these are utensils that we use when we're cooking regularly. So I just put them here. It could definitely stand to be cleaned out. So we're going to have to put that on the list. But I'm really trying to stick to about an hour here. So I'm not going to get into that today. We use this piece of flooring to even out the crock pot that I got at Goodwill when it's sitting, because it rocks back and forth. And then under here, here's where my pot holders are. So I like that because it's right beside the stove. And then this is where we keep like cookie sheets, muffin tins, coolering racks, and that sort of thing. So that's good. You can see definite wear and tear here from pulling these things out. That's the only minus. Up here is where all my lids are. I'm happy with that. I wouldn't mind getting a shorter, you know, as you can see, this isn't like, this is tight, right? I wouldn't mind, I almost fell over, if I got a shorter one and put it here, if I could find another spot for this. So this, because it's so heavy, half the time I ask my husband to take it down for us when we use it. I would love for this to be in a neat spot. Even if it didn't mean that the lids got to spread out here, you know. It's okay if the lids don't get to spread out here, but that is just the heaviest thing we use in the house, so it would be great to have it in a new spot. This is my favorite cabinet. Okay, everything that usually is in it now. So baking dishes, serving dishes, that sort of thing. Although we don't usually use serving dishes. The only thing I could see myself getting rid of someday, we do use it sometimes, is this, but we do use it. So I have, like, there's my 9x13, and there's my 8-cup batter bowl, and then my 4-cup batter bowl, and then our food scale. So I love this because it has these space savers. Nothing has to be piled on anything else. It's super clear where things go just because of the size. The only thing I tend to do, because it looks neater, is I like to put that lid under the batter bowl. I have had this batter bowl for like 30 years. All right, Pamper Chef, I'm telling you. So here is the drawers to the left of the oven. So here I keep all of my cutting boards. This is paint touch-up for the cabinets, plastic wrap, and tinfoil. And a lot of times I have parchment right here too. We just don't happen to right now. I can see this staying exactly the way it is. And then here we just have so many things for cooking, but we use it all. My immersion blender, you know, cheese grater, and this is like my little lead test kit is in here for dishes, which probably could go in the basement. And then I have like mason jars that we use to store things in sometimes, you know. So this is just a lot of tools. We're just used to what is in here. So if someone was coming into my kitchen, it would be super confusing to them, but my family knows what's in here. And then at the bottom, it's just size-wise, we keep what fits here. So we got some bowls. This belongs to Ava. She got it at a baseball game. You put nachos in it. You know, this for baking, and these, what do you call it, mandolin. And then this is if you want a cheese grater over a plate, we use that. So, you know, it's not too tight and everybody knows where everything is. Of course, here is cooking utensils, and it seems like we could get rid of some, and I'm not saying we couldn't, but if, you know, I have a lot of spatulas. They're actually in the other drawer, but because oftentimes we're cooking so much, because honestly, rarely does anyone just have a sandwich in this house. This actually needs to get cleaned out too, but spatulas and, I don't know, spoons and like pasta spoon, all those things are in here. Slotted spoon, knives, can opener, okay? Again, it may not make sense to everybody, but our family, we know where everything is. And then on the other side is where the silverware are. Under here, this is something I would like to change. I have both my crock pots, which is fine. We have lunch boxes for work, which everybody knows they're here, but I would love to hang them somewhere else. So I'm going to take these out for now. Then our spare paper towels end up here, which honestly I think is a little unfortunate because we do need a place for this. I think this is oh yeah, this is the tortilla press. So this stays right there. It's my husband's baby. And what I would love to do, I have two options here. I keep the stones there because when they were in a cabinet, they were ruining the cabinet when we were pulling them out. I would love to put the cookbooks there, or I'm leaning toward the Dutch oven, and maybe I could put the cookbooks up over the oven. I wonder if they'll fit. But before we do that, I have things that are stored in my dining room in the side hutch. So I'd like to go through that before I start making any changes. This is so cute, but as soon as we get our new table, that could be leaving. I'm not sure where it would go. This is some stuff like this, like all of this could come out. And then these are empty, see? And then in my sideboard, this is office supply, which makes 0 sense unless you know that our printer is here and a router and my husband's laptop. The laptop could come out because they could go upstairs. I have a spot for it. All right, so also this stuff is Optivia Foods, not ideal. I would love for it to go in the pantry. And then this makes sense, hot plates, and these go on the chairs. I'm hoping the new chairs, I won't need them and I could get rid of them. And then this is just, this could come out too. I probably should just put them in the outlets for whenever the grandkids are here. And then, so underneath here, this is where, oh, you know what? I feel like the mason jars should come out. I have my mini crock pot, and there's a popcorn popper there. My husband's percolator coffee thing is there. I think that's Ava's coffee thing. And then over here, We have a pizza maker. We have storage for taco shells, which should probably come out and go with the tortilla press. And then we have this electric skillet that I feel like I could even get rid of because Chrissia was the only one using it, and she now lives in North Carolina. This is a delayed decision because I don't think I have space for it in my pantry. Ugh, you know, there's just things that happen. And as soon as Ava graduates from high school in June, that's going to be stored somewhere like in the basement or something because it's just going to be a few times a year that we're printing. One option I'm thinking of right now, though, is if I took this out, I could put my cookbooks here. That actually sounds like a good idea. And I feel like I want to declutter this. I feel like the word declutter, can't decide if it's a noun or a verb. Okay. So that goes nicely there. And I'm really loving the idea. And then there's the tortillas holder. Now this, to be honest, it's for pizza, but oh wow, that's actually really nice. We more often use it for tortillas. So I wonder if I should put this under the island, although I'd love to put the Dutch oven under there. So maybe I'm gonna I'll take this, because I'm not loving how it kind of like doesn't exactly fit on top, it falls over. Yeah, let's take this out. I don't want to really get ahead of myself here. This can come out. And then I feel like the mason jars should go in here with the other mason jar stuff. Just give everything a little tweak. And this can go with the bands and the lids that are already in here, because it's the same size. All right, that's great. I'm happy with that. Okay, I knew I forgot something, and I forgot this shelf here. This is for sushi. This is a sushi kit. And I can't remember the last time we used that, but it could happen on holidays when all the kids are together. So we'll keep it, but it doesn't, I feel like this could go in the sideboard. The sideboard I feel like needs to be for things that we don't use all that often. Things that are like halfway out the house. And then this 2-burner, I liked it where it was. Oh wow, it needs to be cleaned. I liked it where it was because I use it in 2 instances. I use it if we have a power outage because we can use our generator to fuel it. In fact, that's the last time we used it. And I use it if I have a big crowd of kids here. I say kids. My oldest son is 30. My youngest is about to turn 18. Anyway, I guess they're not kids anymore, are they? Either way, when everybody is here, that's when I use this, or if we have a power outage. So how often is that? Although we can have a few power outages. You know, especially if you have a power outage where you're kind of stranded here and you can't go out and treat yourself to Subway. All right, this I think is definitely going to go in the dining room. All right, that's a no-go. However, where the electric skillet was, this fits perfect. And then this fits on top of it. Happy, happy, happy. I'm liking this. Now, this. I always like this. It's a Pampered Chef microwave cooker. I got this at Goodwill, brand new. It was still in the packaging. But I find we forget about it and literally can't remember the last time I used it. I could put it here, then it's near the microwave, because the microwave is here, but I don't know, that just seems like a waste of space. So if we haven't missed it and we haven't used it in months, I'm thinking I could probably get rid of it. I'm just going to ask Robin, make sure he's fine with it, but I'm going to put it in my declutter pile. I mean, I paid a couple dollars for it at Goodwill. So here's the declutter pile. Notice everything's black. It's so funny. Actually, so I feel like we should get rid of this. Don't know how my husband will feel. And then that is a given. I replaced it already with the purple one. This is another good spot for the cookbooks. But it's because I'm really feeling like this is where the Dutch oven needs to go. I'd rather lift it from low than from high. And it kind of makes sense to have the tortilla maker, the 2 crock pots. This I'll flip up and then put the Dutch oven there. I'm already having second thoughts about the cookbooks going there because the people that use them aren't that tall. It's like Rachel and Yvonne. So I feel like they need to be more accessible. I'm going to try the cookbooks here. I don't want them on a bookshelf. All right, I think this would be good. I like that we have this spot here too for cookbooks to stand. If it were up to me, we'd only have maybe 3 of these. But you know what? I don't live alone, thankfully. We get these free from the grocery store, so usually my husband will tear out whatever ones he wants, but I haven't done that yet on this one. And then this is a little bit oddly shaped. So look right here. Wow, that's actually kind of nice. Okay. I need to push him back just a hair. That's the problem right there. I'm not quite sure why that needs to set in so deep. Yeah, that's the problem. All right, I'm going to pull this off. I think that works. Yeah, it does. So that might not be able to go there. I think this one's the problem. Okay, that's okay. I can put this with my other notebook. This is where I have my other cookbook. My husband's Life cereal that can be moved. So I'll put this, I mean not my other cookbook, my other notebook where we keep recipes. So I'm going to put that with that one. And that works out great. And you know, yeah, is it the same place as all the other recipes? No. Would it make sense to have them all together? Yes. If I lived in a home that was curated for a magazine, that's how it would be. But we live in a real house, so you have to make concessions. You have to do what works best. And as long as everyone here has memorized where it is, it makes more sense to keep it where they would look for it, you know? So yeah, whenever I move things around though, I always have to give lessons. And usually I forget and everyone's like, where's this, where's this, where's this? Ah! Now I have this spot. And this little guy is not necessarily a necessity. Not necessarily. Oh, let's try the Dutch oven. Did we do that? I like to start with what I know, move out to what I don't know. So I was thinking of flipping this up like so. Should probably get a rack or something for it because I can see it crashing down when we get the Dutch oven. And then putting the Dutch oven like so. Look how small my Dutch oven looks now. Isn't that funny? And I just remembered I have space under here. Right? So maybe that's where, let's see. I think this will go there and maybe that. And then I could put our waffle iron there because I have that there. So it kind of makes sense because I have that pizza maker that we used to make tortillas, my 2-burner electric, thing. And then I could put the waffle iron there. So it has this and then these are, whoa, good catch, Karen. Let's put this in here so you don't hurt yourself. I could put it like that. And then put the spare plates, which honestly, couldn't care less about the spare plates. I could get rid of those and not miss them. I think I would like to have them turned, though. It makes more sense to me. If you have it facing forward. There we go. Don't need you on top of the cord. Okay. And the spare plates that I would just as soon get rid of. Go here. Does anything now fit here? Nope. But this doesn't fit. Nope. Okay. Something can fit there. Do I know what? Oh, how about the lunch bags? Both of these lunch bags Yvonne uses because she takes a 10-minute course with her. This one I got on at Goodwill. It's one of those you look up what it retailed. It retailed at like $35, and it was brand new. This is not ideal, people. All right, I'm gonna put this for now. Just put these here. This, though, I'm thinking can go in that corner. So this can go in the corner. I'm sorry, all you're seeing is me. And actually, so could the small crock pot. Even better. Let's put these in there. These might not stay there. They might end up back underneath the island, but I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, they're so bulky. All right, back to the small crock pot. Back to the small crock pot going. I like that better. I'm exhausted. You know what I'm thinking about? Thinking about all those HGTV shows where everything fits perfectly. But you know what? This is real life. So honestly, in a way, I'm loving this because I love to dispel the myth. I mean, if I was doing a brand new kitchen, I could measure for everything I have. But we're all piecing together our lives all the time and what can go where. These will be fine, going back where they were. Right here. Paper towels, and usually I have more rolls in this, so that's going to be an adventure. And then the crock pot is fine there, and that popcorn popper that I think could actually leave is fine where it is, you know. And then there's a hole there for my rice cooker that we use daily. This I'm adding to my declutter pile because although it's very useful, I don't think we use it. This very lightweight baby, that might not be permanent, but for now I'm going to leave it with the tortilla maker. I could even move that over and then I'll put it here, but I'm kind of tired. Now this is empty, so I ask you, I could get something for the lids and extend the lids over. That would actually be amazing. I think that looks kind of empty, but soon I'll be doing like a hot cocoa bar, so maybe I can incorporate that as a platform for some decor instead of thinking, what do I want to put there? Maybe for now, that's a phone holder. Yes, it is. If you're thinking, why is she using a phone holder for a plate? Well, it works. And then here. So that kind of gives it a little bit of warmth instead of being so stark. There's the you know what it is, the Keurig. After doing this, I want every cord in my life to be retractable. Let's start a movement. Do you agree? Here we go. So this I can't do anything about right now. So that's where we use to make tortillas. There's my 2-burner with the sushi maker on top, the sushi kit. There's the waffle iron. Something small could go in here. And then I don't mind it not being overstuffed. My husband's percolator is behind those cookbooks. Rarely ever uses them. Yes, I could straighten the cookbooks a bit more. Make them a little bit more Pinterest worthy. So we're going to shut these doors and show how nicely they shut, except for that one. And then over here, I do love this sideboard. Got it on Amazon. Knowing I can empty these drawers is a good thing since this all might be moving. So beside the refrigerator, over the dishwasher, plates, cups, bowls, and the keepers for produce. So happy with that. Under the sink makes sense, right? Because you got your trash bags and a little scrub brush here, and then stuff for the dishwasher, gloves, colander that goes on the sink. Now, up over this countertop where I like to mix things for baking or cooking. I have my, measuring cups, measuring spoons. I have my avocado and onion keeper, stuff for birthdays. This is a little weird. Oh man, that's empty. Whoa. Okay. We may rethink. Oh, I feel like singing like a Cinderella song or something. La 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 la. La 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 la. I love not having to stack my stones. That makes me happy. So this is coming up in the gravy boats. What? Who am I right now? What? Okay. Another one of my favorites right here. Favorite cabinet. We're so happy with this. Okay. Feeling good. Forgot all about that. And then coming across the corner cabinet, coffee, tea supplies. Happy with that. It's not perfectly neat. To the right of the stove, spices. Oh, more empty spot. This is another empty spot. Oh my. I'm gonna have to talk to Robin about this. Right now it's staying empty. Shh, don't tell anybody. I could put the tortilla storer up there. I could put the lunch, I'm not putting the lunch bags up there because Yvonne might be able to reach it and she's want to use them. Okay, we're just gonna leave it. Look at this extra space. I just got extra space. Over the stove, my lids, more extra space. Over here, this is my piece de resistance. Nothing needs to be done here. It's just utter perfection. And then this is very utilitarian and understandable, memorizable to my family because it's been like this for so darn long. So I'm not making one change to this because everybody understands it. And then there is the declutter pile. I have to say, that was a little emotionally and physically exhausting. Can't even explain why. It took just under an hour. But I'm super happy with it. I'm going to be using it over time, and let's tweak it. I'll check back, hopefully November. If I forget, someone remind me. We'll see how it goes and see if anything needs to be finished or reorganized, right? Because you can always change your mind. You can always tweak. So I feel like the kitchen might be holiday ready. I've been through these spices multiple times. So next would be looking at my menu. Now that I have the kitchen organized, I'm going to look through my menus and start making grocery lists, even if I don't get them now. But I'll separate perishable, non-perishables, because the non-perishables I could be just stocking slowly. I've done that before. It doesn't save money, but it makes you feel like you're saving money. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I hope that this inspired and motivated you. This is a necessity, but also it does help with holiday planning. So remember, as always, God loves you, I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.